Hi, and thank you for your time and consideration. This is an audio reel, basically. I just threw the graphic pictures up there. They're repeats of what you've already seen already for the in the more visual piece. This is just snippets of various conversations that I've had with my son over the past, I don't know, 6 months. I didn't pick anything incriminating or like I just want you to have to get a feel for our rapport and for his heart and my heart and um, the kinds of things we talk about together. We spend hours and hours on the phone, um, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. Um, Anyway, so a couple of disclaimers quickly. One is I apologize in advance for my audio on some of the recordings. I had the loudness decibel setting up and by mistake, and so I sound like I'm a blown out speaker. Miles, however, sounds great, crystal clear, and that's what's most important. So there's that. And then also I use an application called Automatic Call Recorder. It's at the game store if you have an Android. And I've been using it for years. It's very handy. It just records all your calls. But since I'm editing audio together in video production or television or film, they call it room tone. And I like just after I said the word room tone, there was an interference and I had to, there's an edit there between when I say room tone the first time and when I pick it up. I don't know if you can tell, but it's hard to tell because I'm in the same room. I'm standing in the same place I was in, from the same proximity to the microphone, etc. Every time I'm recording on this and for you and on this YouTube channel. So the same is true with me in phone calls, and so if I'm editing snippets of little fragments of Miles and me on the phone over the last 6 months, just random, silly, interesting things, so that you get to know us a little better. Every time I edit, what I'm going to do is play a very loud, obnoxiously out of place sound that you won't be able to mistake, and that will tell you I cut there, because I don't want to cut audio together and it will sound seamless because of the room tone, and you might items may be juxtaposed inadvertently that could convey some agenda or meaning to them, and I don't want that. I want you to just, so I'm gonna go, you'll know when I've made a cut. That way you'll know that what Miles just said isn't in relation to what, after the weird noise you're going to hear, he's saying. With that, oh, one more thing. I intentionally repeat my last line of a graphic to, again, keep the evidentiary integrity of it. I think it does. In other words, when I have a long list of say, phone calls, a log on my cell phone, I take a screenshot of it, and then I scroll forward to the next page. Screenshot of it, over and over and over. But when I present them to you, I'm not trying to pad the calls or trying to make, if you see repeats, it's intentional. I'm doing that with the last item on each list so that you can, or each graphic of texts, for example, so that you can have a context for where you are in a streaming conversation. And also so you can see that I'm not cherry picking, that I didn't just like select parts that made me look good, and so you can see that it's the whole thing. Thank you for your time. Sorry this has taken so much of it with me talking. Take care and thank you. I woke up to pee at 4 in the morning and I texted you. I didn't watch the ones that you sent me about the face reveal, or I went back to sleep and I planned on watching them this morning. Watch them now. Okay. Let me get my computer. And I didn't watch the CH video about God either. How are you, cutie pie? Did you get the picture I sent you of yourself? Yeah. You look handsome as ever. I know. do. Yes, you do. Hold on. Which one do you want me to watch first?
All of them.
I know, but do you want me to, we're going to watch them together, right? So we got to sync up.
Okay. Fine.
Fine. Fine. Which one should I type in first on my computer, baby? Which one should I type in first, honey?
Did you know that fire is on fire?
Yes.
Well, it's called,
Hi.
Okay.
Oh, hi, sweetie. I'm not going to go to the picnic so I can hang out with you on the phone. Okay? How are you?
Okay.
What was the last video you sent me? It was a short one.
I don't know.
You sound sad. Are you sad?
No.
Are you multitasking? Maybe you sound distracted.
No.
Do you and your dad still go out for dinner or anything? I mean, you haven't been to the lake, have you, this summer?
I don't know.
Which one should I type in first, honey?
Did you know that fire is on fire?
Yes.
Well, it's called,
I dreamt that I was dating Donald Trump.
called The Illusion to Annoying Parents.
What is it called?
The Solution to Annoying Parents.
Okay. This is not either of the ones you told me to just watch. The Solution. Because am I an annoying parent?
To annoying parents.
One parent or two? Two.
Yes. Multiple.
Okay.
Plural.
The Solution to Annoying. Who is it by? I love them. I did watch the Fire Zach one. That was so sad. For using too much shampoo and for trying to steal the Declaration of Independence. And parents. I have a friend that actually lost his mind, and he's like permanently insane now, and he talks in San Francisco in parks and preaches, and he thinks that there's a map on the back of the Declaration of Independence. So people really do think that. It's crazy. Okay, the solution to annoying parents.
But did you realize that Zach was in on the comedy midway through?
Yeah.
Zach was in on.
Oh, I realized it immediately because of the charges against him.
Well, yeah, you knew it was a prank, but did you realize Zach knew it was a prank?
Wait, hold
Well,
on.
probably because the cameraman was literally like right in between them.
Right. I did, yes.
Okay, parent in a box.
Wait, no, I just got the solution to annoying parent. Oh, parent in a box. Tell me when to go.
Now.
Do you love your parents but hate all of their frustrating habits? Okay, now what do we have up here? We have a stop. We have a two-way stop. Lecturing.
Oh, I'm happy you're taking care of your skin. That's some good stuff. Now take care of your mama. Zip me up. Come on.
Pestering. Trance or techno? How do you keep up? You got a 7-second attention span. Sorry, that's all it takes these days. What does it all mean? Nothing. Interrupted. Wish there was an effective way to keep your parents at bay? Well, there is. Introducing Parent in a Box, the revolutionary new parent containment tool. With Parent in a Box, you can take control of your life while parents continue the delusion that they're in charge. It's a win-win. Parent in a Box is easy to use. There's no assembly.
What you have growing. Have
It also has bamboo sticks growing into someone's.
Did you just think of that yourself, or is that actually a torture method?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the torture method.
Really?
I've heard something about the sticks before, so.
So the bamboo is strong enough to penetrate through your skin? It wouldn't bend?
I think so. Mythbusters did an episode on like a bamboo arm thing or something.
Wow. Oh, that's horrible. That would be very slow. Slow torture.
You could put someone on the metal bed and then like put gasoline all around them and light it on fire, and then they'd just be like in the middle of a ring of fire, but they wouldn't be on fire because the gasoline wouldn't be on the metal bed, and it'd be super cool because they'd be like God of fire and be able to like make rings of fire and they'd feel like a sorcerer. But I guess I'm feeling like a sorcerer isn't the best way of torture, but
God, you're getting really creative. Why make it a circle? Why not a pentagram?
well, make a triangle, make them the eye, then they don't have to pedal the Illuminati for life.
Right. That's cool. Yes. Yes, let's do this to people. We gotta dig an underground bunker so that no one can hear the screams.
Wait, how is that bad? I feel like really cool if there was like a fire triangle around me. I'd feel like the king of fire or something.
Yeah, that's true, but so what about the metal bed getting really hot and cooking you?
Well, then just like make it a styrofoam bed. Or just don't be on a bed. Just like stand up on like